We've got some really special guests with us tonight, or today, I guess. I've been a huge fan of you guys for the past 2 years since the EP came out. So thanks a lot for taking a few minutes, or
Hey,
maybe a half an hour with us. Welcome, calling all captains to Pop Pog Paradise.
Woo!
Let's get started.
Guys,
yeah,
Yeah.
thanks for having us.
Woo!
danke.
Hey guys.
Bitte.
So we've got Luke and Brad from Calling All Captains. How the hell are you guys?
We're doing good, about as good as you can be in the world situation right now. So
Fair.
I'm doing okay as well. I just built a studio in my basement.
Sweet.
So I just make breakfast in the afternoon, and then we're sitting there all evening.
Nice.
Sounds like
good.
a good use of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We in Germany, all is dark, and in Canada, all is bright. The sun comes out and make a good
No,
feeling.
right now we have I think we're higher than you guys on the line.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
Could be
and
possible.
actually the sun sets in the winter around 5:36.
How
Okay.
does it?
It's so
Yeah.
similar to here.
Doesn't rise again until like 9:30.
That's rough,
Okay.
man.
Really?
Yeah.
Chris, you
It's
know
tough.
it.
What?
Chris, you should
It's
know
tough.
it. Or maybe you came from Michigan.
Did-
This is not far away from Canada.
Yeah, but Canada's a really big place. And depending on where you are in the time zone is what time the sun sets. It's
Yeah,
complicated.
right.
Yeah.
We don't have that here in Germany. Little Germany.
Mhm.
True. So what have you guys been doing the past, I don't know, year or so since the world kind of stopped last spring?
Well, we had plans to actually go to Columbus this spring to record our full length album,
Hmm.
and we had it all set up and ready to go, and then COVID hit, and obviously we weren't able to do it anymore. So we're about 6 months behind on our plans for our album right now, but it's finally recorded, and now that lockdown has lifted a little bit, we're trying to set up our first music video for our first single, and hopefully get that out as soon as possible.
Awesome. We hope it
Cool.
comes soon.
Oh, but
We do
We-
too.
I'm sure. I'm
Yeah.
sure.
yeah, just been spending the time basically like working. And we don't have tour anymore, which means that we can actually save the money that we would have gone on tour with and put it into other things like new merch. Like it's kind of I mean, we are delayed heavily, but everything is delayed
Yeah.
heavy. Oh, right. So it's basically like nobody. It's not like releasing an album sooner or releasing songs sooner is gonna get us on the road faster.
Hmm.
So we're just kind of making sure that like we've gone through mixing and mastering, and then we're gonna go through mixing and mastering again. It's just like we're trying to really make sure that this record is like the top of what we've done so far. Period. Like it's gonna top everything like on Nothing Grows Here, in my opinion. So this whole like time that we've been spending like in lockdown has been practicing alone, because we've only been practicing together as a group only 2 weeks ago,
Wow.
and that and it's been pretty rough because we haven't even played a show as captains since 2019.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That
so it's
hurts.
yeah, it hurts a lot, and I don't know what to do musically anymore. Like after after this record, I just wanted to like take a break from writing
Yeah.
captain stuff to keep it like fresh, right? And so I've been writing like rap beats and stuff like that. I've been like selling them to people and shit like that. So I'm just trying to
Nice.
keep other avenues open, and still trying to be mindful that like new stuff is still coming.
Yeah.
We're looking
cool.
We've
forward
also
to it.
tried to we've been getting into Twitch and live like that too to keep engaged with the fans and keep us busy. So that's been interesting trying to learn Twitch and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
That's got to be a big, I guess, a big change from touring and I don't know whatever else you guys were doing. Is that a good substitute, or is it just kind of like, I don't know, make you want to get out on the road more?
Touring to twitching.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily a good substitute, but it's a substitute.
Mhm.
You know, like
Yeah, right. You got to do something.
nothing will change the real life face to face and the playing on stage, and you know, like it. That's special.
Mhm.
But this will do. This will do for now. We all got to get through it somehow, and we're getting through it together.
Maybe you reach at the moment more people because everybody is from the computer, the TV, and you are on Twitch, and more people are on Twitch to see more streams, and one of them streams is your stream. Do you see it that you reach new people with the Twitch stream, or more the good old fans which are watching you?
I think it's a good.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good chance or possibility to reach different or new people. You know.
Yeah,
So,
because
like,
you know, maybe this time in the world, it's allowing lots of people who wouldn't even necessarily go to shows to still get to interact with their favorite acts, right?
yeah, right, yeah.
Mhm.
That's kind of a huge upside, is that, you know, like for people with social anxiety or friends who like the same type of music, it's kind of it's for some people it's hard to go to a show alone, right?
Yeah.
So that without, you don't get the interaction that other people would get. But now the bands are doing like Twitch, YouTube, Discord, this and that. It's becoming more accessible to interact with your favorite artists.
Yeah,
And
it is.
especially with individual artists as well, or like individual members within the band.
Mhm.
Because especially with this whole like TikTok and like stuff like that too, it's like, we're in a much more digital age, so it's a lot of bands that are adapting to this digital avenue. They're doing really, really well. But I find that lots of acts that are like, just wait for shows to come back. They're falling behind, because in my opinion, I don't think all of this stuff is going to go away once the shows come back. Bands are still going to keep up with this when they're home.
Yeah, right.
Maybe even on the road. You never know.
And you feel even more connected.
Yeah, it's like it's a shared experience at that point.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But do you think that? Sorry.
Yeah.
Do you think that bands have to keep up with all the digital stuff and the touring after the pandemic? So do you think that's maybe more work for a band to do, or do you think the main part will go back on the road and back on the stages? And what do you think?
That's a good question, actually.
Yeah,
it's a lot of work organizing the streams and like graphics for everything, and coordinating with other people to talk to, and so it's been a lot just between like that, and Discord is another new one that we've been working on, and between those, it's a lot of time and energy. So I imagine when shows and touring comes back, we'll have to dial that back a little bit, but hopefully by that point that will have built enough that, even us dialing it back a bit, we'll still get a lot of engagement with fans.
Yeah. I was just kicked out of the Wi-Fi here. I didn't hear Elsa asking you. Did you guys just talk about TikTok also? Because that was my question.
Go ahead.
Okay. So because Luke just mentioned TikTok. Are you guys on TikTok? Are you?
We are. We have a horrible TikTok that I make videos for. Like, we just did one. It was like, why are singers always late to jam? And it's like that song. It's like, I guess you wonder where I've been, and I'm just like, I stumble in and I like, oh, it's pretty funny.
Because we are thinking about it, about doing it, but we're not feeling it, right?
Okay, you know what? This is probably the hardest truth I've realized as a 20-something. We don't get to decide what's cool anymore. The kids do.
I know they do.
We really don't like. Do you guys know about poggers? Like, yo, that shit's pog champ. You know?
No.
Yeah. Okay. Well, get with it. You know, like no, it's like it's kind of funny being in the digital age because you know, like using laughing emojis, skinny jeans, side parts. These are apparently like old people things now. Like, you know, like 30-somethings stuff. Like, either way,
Come on, I'm not that
besides the
old.
point. It's if you want to reach the growing demographic and more like, I guess, impressionable, like, you know, like when I was a kid, like I don't really find artists nowadays that you know, like I give my full attention to. They have to really blow me out of the water. But when I was 14, 16, you know, like if I found a band and they even had like one sick riff, boom, I'd be so attached.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
right.
I feel like
And you,
it's you know, like
you did your hair like they wear it. You wear the clothes they wear and something.
What? Pardon?
I think with as a 14-year-old boy, you hear one sick riff, like you say, and you want to be like the band, and you
Yes.
buy the merch and you do your hair like them. And I think these are the kids we have to reach. But yeah, it's very difficult to yeah to be honest
guess-
with yourself and say, okay, we are not young anymore, even if we feel like 16.
Yeah. So it's like you just got to stay on top of trends, you know, and it's almost like you have to like okay, there's a few times where I have predicted trends
Nice.
and some fellas in the band were like, I don't know, that doesn't seem legit. And then like 3 months later, it happens. So there's like certain like TikTok, right? Like TikTok, Discord. Lots of bands don't do that. But the ones that are doing that are seeing lots of crossover from different social medias turning into streaming numbers and fans and supporters.
Yeah.
So is that like? Do you think that's the silver lining of this whole situation everybody's in? That people have kind of embraced a new way of doing things or a new way of connecting with the band or with the audience?
I would say so.
And do you think it's for all creatives or just for music, for musicians and bands?
Actually, that's a good question because I imagine like photographers that we know that we tour and stuff. I imagine like what are they doing now? Like what you can't go out and take pictures of bands and do concerts and stuff like that, and like you can't do weddings anymore, and like I don't know. I imagine other mediums are probably really suffering, but we're fortunate, you know, in the music industry where it's always evolving, and you just have to try and ride the wave and keep up as best you can.
Yeah, and I've noticed too that this pandemic allows lots of people to pursue art when they haven't been able to in the past. Just simply because you're at home more, you know what I mean? You can't spend all your time with your friends. You have to focus on something, and if you wanted to be a creator, now would be the time to do it. Like one of my favorite artists right now, he's like a 16-year-old kid from America. Just started making music last year when the pandemic started, and he's doing so well, and his songs are already professional level. And it's just, that's sometimes like the silver lining in lots of things, is that, you know, like this pandemic is taking so much from so many people, but it's also given lots of time to people that otherwise wouldn't have it.
Yeah.
And and especially with the whole connecting thing, right? Like we've talked about that, right? It's just easier now more than ever to form digital connections for your favorite artists.
Yeah, true.
Who is it? The 16-year-old artist you mentioned. What's his name?
His name is Glaive.
Glaive.
Yeah.
Because I was
Like
thinking about Travis just saw this kid from TikTok. Have you heard of him? Jaden or something? JXDN. And he signed him, and he's recording songs with him and doing this trap pop punk crossover thing, which is pretty good. And he's a TikTok kid too. So
I guess Travis Barker is always checking the trends, and
he's
doing it
trendy,
right. Yeah.
Travis tried to change the scene. Or what would you say about Travis Barker and Machine Gun Kelly and all the other artists which came out of nowhere at the moment?
I have a lot to say, so I'll let Brad go first.
I mean, Travis Barker is a legend. He's always on top of his game. So
yeah,
that's no surprise that he's doing stuff like that. But yeah, Machine Gun Kelly, that's I can't say it's my brand of punk, but I mean, you can't deny that he's breathing life back into the genre, and for a young audience that might not otherwise be getting into the style of music. So that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good for the genre. So hell yeah.
So
all right,
it's your time.
All right, Luke.
All right.
5 minutes. Here we go.
It might be longer than that. We'll see. Okay, so I am a very big fan of the current emo rap, rock, pop punk blend. In fact, I ride for that shit. You know, like I think, in my opinion, this is some of the most innovative music currently. The only people who don't like it are people who are scared of the youth. It's such a refreshing sound, because like, forget MGK's like rapping past or whatever. He is bringing a pop punk style. He's basically using trap as a medium to bring pop punk into mainstream once again, because we all know that rock stars are a thing of the past. You know, like, it's rap stars now. Like, rap is the new rock and roll. You know, like, there's the rock star, you know, breaking TV, spending all your money, this and that. You know, rock stars aren't doing that. You know, they'll get canceled for that.
At the moment.
Yeah, it's kind of more. It's not very sustainable, right? Like, if you want it to be a long-term rock and roll artist, like, there's a reason all these old rockers look really haggard in their old life. You know,
They lived hard.
Yeah, live hard, party hard. You know, age hard, but it's so, like, did you guys know that Trippie Redd? Do you guys know an artist named Trippie Redd?
Yep.
No.
Yeah. So he's actually putting out a rock album as well. And that's also going to have lots of Travis Barker influence as well. So I think Travis Barker, in his own way, in his late life, now that he is such an influencer and basically a godfather of pop punk as a genre, is now shaping the mainstream genre in order for, like, artists who have this mentality, who have that I still want to rock attitude, to be able to be in the mainstream once again. Because, like, you guys, there's this one artist who's number one in pop punk in America right now, and it's just this dude. He has like a electronic kick and hat, or a kick and snare, but the rest is all guitars, you know. And it's that kind of medium that allows lots of artists that wouldn't even get a second look if they were playing in a rock band to actually achieve some stardom, like achieve a living. Like, it's really crazy to me now, because, like, I grew up listening to Green Day, like the old stuff. You know, like, I grew up listening to NoFX, Bigwig. You know, like, I'm with it. I know all of, like, the metal punk stuff that started this out. But as all things change and develop, with the ability of how easy it is to record music, people can blend genres on a whim. without having to spend tens of thousands of dollars into a professional recording studio. It can all be done on a computer. So, you know, like the music right now is really, really, really saturated. There's lots of people who are in bands and solo artists and this and that, right? It's easy to record music, but I think that saturation is allowing for such unique genres to come to the forefront and be more noticed. Like, and not only that, but let's bring it back once again to TikTok. You know, like if that dude didn't post his music on TikTok, he wouldn't be working with Travis Barker.
Yeah, right.
You know,
Yeah.
so it's all of these, like, that's how Justin Bieber got discovered. It was through YouTube,
Yeah.
right? TikTok is that new avenue that's kind of new and exciting that people can blow up on and achieve success on that platform, which can then spread into streaming numbers, connections, management, agencies, this and that, right? So with the whole emo rock, Machine Gun Kelly's album definitely started it in the mainstream, but we have artists that have been doing this for years. We have Smart Death, Lil Lotus, you know, Convoke, Garden. All of these artists are now like adopting different styles of emo and punk, mixing it for a new generation and allowing them to have the same experience that we did as kids. You know, I think that's what that album is allowing. And it's also basically saying that, you know, like, even though you're a rapper, you don't have to be boxed in. You can write fun music. You can write fast music. You can write a whole record of a concept, you know? It's no longer like, you know, if you're a classic rock artist, you play that. If you're a rapper, you only rap. You know, if you're a punk band, you can only do punk. You know, like I think with our new release, we're kind of bending the rules a little bit as well. It's like, it's got a lot of melodic hardcore. It's got classic rock solos, soft rock, you know, like it's got regular pop punk, regular punk rock, you know, it's got flavors that from all the shit we grew up listening to.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Cool.
Do you think that that you bring rappers or something else in your music to be famous or more reach from your music to get? Is this an option for you? Like you bring Machine Gun Kelly on your music?
You know what? Nah. I think Captains are very much like we're super DIY. We don't have any features on the full length. That was a choice. We were like, no features, you know, just 100% CAC. Like maybe, I mean, if they offered, obviously, if Machine Gun Kelly slid in our DMs, was like, hey, let me feature on a song, I'd be like, okay. But I don't think there's ever been
I guess.
like I don't think there's ever been a point where we thought to be like, hey, you know what, like this rapper is popping off, let's bring him on a song for the clout. Like I don't think we've ever been like a clout type band. We've very much like we pack all our merch and ship it ourselves, and we like book our own shows and our own tours, you know, like it's
nice.
Yeah, it's just
DIY.
Yeah, we still keep it in that DIY shit because that's how we came up, right? And if you forget how you came up, you're not gonna know where you're going.
True.
Yeah, that's true.
So while we're on that topic, how did you guys get started? You've been around for like 7 years now, I think. Have you always been friends? Always known each other?
Actually,
here you go.
So, okay, so this is crazy. In our city, in Edmonton, in the music scene here, Luke and Connor and Nick in the band were actually in a band before this one, and me and the previous singer for Captains were in another band, and we played shows together. So we knew each other from the music scene. We weren't necessarily like all friends yet, but we had known each other. And when both of those bands ended up dissolving, and there was a bunch of time and space in between there, me and the singer, the old singer, started Captains, and Luke came out to our first show and was like, "Yo, you got to let me beat the drum." and he brought in the other guys that he used to know from his old band, and that Captains was formed.
Nice.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. And then we got Tim, our drummer now. We all like opened for him with our all separate bands. And then when that band wasn't a band anymore, we had a tour and we were like, hey man, you should come fill in. You don't have to commit to anything, but you should definitely fill in. He was like, okay. And then the shows were awesome and he was like, okay, I'm in.
Cool.
Nice. So then, was music always your goal, or did it just kind of happen?
Oh, I absolutely never once had any other plan in my life.
Nice. That's awesome. Then that's working out.
Yeah, it's you know what? It's slowly getting there. It's definitely like it's a long grind, like you said, man. We've been a band 7 years. It's like
Almost years, and even before that, in other bands too.
yeah, like I've been doing music and playing in like bands with my friends since I was like 13, and I'm 26 now. So
It's half your life.
yeah, man, it's been a what? It's been a bit. It's been a minute.
Nice.
Yeah.
So do you guys miss
But-
being out on the road though?
Oh,
All this being at
dude,
home?
Oh yeah.
more than you
I'm
know,
so
man.
bored.
Same,
every-
dude.
Every day, I go outside to go to my car.
Oh,
And
do you
I'm
got
like,
snow?
oh yeah, there's the tour van right there.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, dude. That's so sad.
Man, it's
Yeah, we-
you know what? It's absolute ass. I don't like it.
is.
We went from, I think in 2019, we went from playing like
100 plus.
shows, over 100 shows in a year to 0. So we're just
Oh,
like,
boy.
it's, yeah, it's crazy. Like we being on the road so much and playing so many shows, like we need that. You get used to it and you come like need the like adrenaline of playing those shows, right? And the highs and lows.
I know,
of
I
touring
feel
and-
you. Yeah.
Yeah, and now that we haven't done that for like a year and a half, it's getting depressing. You know, we're just like we just need one
Yeah.
show, one show,
Yeah,
just one to hold us over. It would be cool.
Absolutely
We all-
feeling you guys.
we all got together for band practice last night, and it was like we all had a lot of fun. It's great playing the tunes, but I could just feel like this overwhelming sense of like, who the fuck are we practicing for? Like at least for me, I'm just like, like nobody's gonna watch this for months. Like
Yeah, right.
it's hard.
Did you made
Yeah.
online streams or something else when you're not on tour, or do you made just Twitch? Also concert where you are in a concert location and then you filming and streaming it in the internet.
oh, like a live stream,
A live concert.
Yeah, like a concert live stream.
maybe.
We've considered that a few times, but we've been focusing on the new album, and
Yeah,
then
right.
with the lockdown regulations here, we couldn't even you couldn't have that many people in a room to film it, plus the whole band, right? So it's just total ass.
Yeah,
So,
because like the crew we'd need to for like a proper live stream show that we would want to put out. It requires like too many people that we can have legally together. So that's also a big roadblock. And there's like no venues. They're all like closing. They're all like closing down.
Yeah, same here in Germany.
Yeah.
But you as Attic Stories made a live stream at this time.
Yeah, we played
we-
one acoustic live stream and one full band live stream, both at local venues in Karlsruhe, Germany, where we live.
That's
But
awesome.
it was more like, I think it was in the first lockdown in March, April 2020, and every venue was like, yeah, let's do something. They were motivated, and
Yeah,
I
right.
guess it kind of stopped. Yeah, and I think it's very hard work and very much effort you put into this, and at the end it's like you have maybe 500 views on it, and it's not even maybe for the whole team. It's not worth it at the end, because what can you buy with 500 YouTube views? I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, and also
Yeah, exactly.
we talked about this on another episode in German though, but still the energy that comes with a live stream, you know, for the viewer is such different energy, and it's just not as a real concert, you know. So the people are sitting there and they're like, you know, like I don't know, maybe some mistakes if you play, you know, some wrong guitar thing, or if you sing, I don't know, a wrong note, or I don't know. The people are actually waiting for that on live stream. You know what I mean? Like they're like, oh, that was not the right thing, or and they
it's like in
Yeah.
football, everyone's an expert before the screen.
Yeah.
Because there's no distortion of it being so loud and in
Yeah.
front of your face,
Yeah.
and you
Yeah.
don't have like any mob energy.
Yeah.
Like,
You cannot feel
And
it.
right, and if you're, as you're saying, in the crowd, you like, yeah, whatever, it's the feeling that hits you, and you don't get that kind of feeling in a concert live stream or whatever. So
Yeah.
that's why we did it, but I think we'll never do it again, because it was just not, you know.
Yeah, maybe the
Not a thing
acoustic
for us.
live streams, the acoustic live stream worked
Yeah, the
pretty
acoustic
well, I
one,
think.
that was good.
But acoustic shows are already very calm and very intimate, so it's maybe more, it fits more into live stream.
I would say so. Like, that's like like what are people doing at the an acoustic show anyway, right? They're sitting down, so they're going to be sitting down watching
Yeah,
it.
right.
It's not like when you put on
That's
a
why
concert live stream, you're like, okay, here we go. And then you just stand there. You're not
Exactly.
going to stand there.
And just you grab your beer, you stand in the back of your living room and just
Yeah. Nod your head.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh man.
Stand in the bathroom.
You know what? If shows come back and we still have people that are just standing at the back, oh my
they
god.
get kicked out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. It's like, hey,
All
go
that.
hard or go
There's a
home.
door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're here to go.
Nice.
Because there's always a human being waiting before the venue that want to come in, and if you kick one of them out, because everyone's starving for concerts.
Right?
Yep. So when you go out on the
Yeah.
road again, what's you have a dream lineup that you'd love to go out with?
So many.
Yeah.
Beside Attic Stories, of course.
Well,
No, actually, we've been talking a long time. We've been wanting to. We did a UK tour a couple of years ago, and that was awesome. But we want to do Europe.
Mhm.
Like Luc was saying, Germany is one of our biggest countries. We've never even been there,
Cross
so
my fingers.
we definitely want to do that one day. And I would love to, see lots of the other European countries. I'm Italian. I've never been to Italy. I would love to play there. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
But as for lineups, I think we were talking most realistically. We'd love to get like a Western Canadian pop punk tour going. So that's like us and Chief State, Youth Fountain, Stasis, Widmore.
yeah. Like those are all the homies like from our neck of the woods that came up together, and then we all got signed within like the last 2 years.
Nice.
So it's like
Nice.
it's super awesome that we can even have like an all signed band Canadian tour in the West. So yeah, definitely those 4 bands would be the most like attainable.
Can you name them again? Because I
Yeah.
just got kicked out of the Wi-Fi shit again.
No worries. It would be Chief State, Youth Fountain,
Oh,
Widmore, and Stasis.
sweet. Absolutely loving you guys and Youth Fountain.
Yeah. Same here.
So
Same
good.
here.
And you're talking about Western Canadian. How hard is it for a Canadian band to make concerts in the USA? In USA. Is this easy to go over the land and play there some concerts, or is it heavy?
You're shaking your head
you would
like it's a
think
pain
so.
in the ass.
It is. It actually. So for us, just to get into the States and play one show, we all have to buy a touring visa for a year.
Wow.
It costs
No way.
each member $1,000. Right?
Yeah,
So,
like almost $2,000 each.
Wow.
What?
That's heavy.
Wow.
Yep. And to get the visa, you have to have so many shows booked and provide them of contracts and payments and all kinds of stuff. So yeah, it's a total pain in the ass trying to tour the States.
Wow.
Dude.
Which is why we're like, hey, we should just go to Europe. Like,
Do it.
You come
give
to
this a
Europe.
rest for a bit.
Hit me
come
up
to
or hit us up.
You
We'll
come
book-
to Europe, and we are touring in Canada because I don't want to pay a visa.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we'll trade places. You guys can come here. We'll come hang out in Germany.
Please.
Let's do it.
Heavy. I
All
didn't
right.
I
expect
think,
it with the visa.
But even like touring in Canada is a pain in the ass. Like the country is so big and spread out
Yeah.
that between every city is an 8-hour drive. So you finish the show, you got to pack up, drive as much as you can, sleep, drive, make it in time for the next show, and it's really hard to make money touring in Canada unless you're already very well established.
Yeah,
We just save some time and money, and if we can, we combine it with a vacation, I'd say.
Yeah, right. Band vacation.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good way to do it. Another thing too is like when you're on a DIY level, you kind of take any show you can get, which leads to ridiculous drives, zooming back to this, like through the same city you just played.
Yeah.
And then because of like money concerns, sometimes you just got to take show after show after show. Like we did 14 shows in a row, night after night. And like I tell some people that, and they're like, "Why? Why would you do that to yourself as a vocalist?" And I was like, "I don't know. I did it. Like, I made it through." Yeah. So I guess that's one of the hardest parts about being a Canadian band is like touring America is so rare, especially when you're not super well known.
I think this is interesting because when you see 800 kilometers in Germany, you came from south to north, and on this way you got a lot of cities where you can play. Also, Elsa and Sino, maybe you can say it better than I, but I think you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Canada's more spread out.
Yeah, it is. It totally is. In Germany, it's like we did our complete DIY booked tour. Not last year, 2019. It was from Saturday to the Sunday next week, and we also played every day. And but the longest drive was like 4 hours.
Yeah.
That was a long.
That's
really
that's
long.
funny.
Like
That's actually hilarious. Like I wish.
But
So how do you make the time go by on the road? I mean, you're sitting in the car for...
Well, me and Connor do like all the driving mostly, unless we're fucking beat. But so it passes the time just by driving. The boys sleep. The boys get to sleep in. But then we just take turns napping.
Or we play video games, or it depends on what we're using the tour to. We had a tour bus for a little while that we had a TV and Xbox built into, so we could like watch movies and play video games and stuff. But
sweet.
That bus died, and now we have a smaller bus with none of that. So it's a lot more boring on the drives.
Yeah, we got a little van now, so it's like sit in the bunk or watch the road pass.
Yeah.
I also really enjoy like Stockholming the fellas listening to music they probably wouldn't listen to, but by the end of the tour, they're like, "Yeah, it's a good song."
That's the good thing about driving, you know.
Yeah.
You can choose the music.
Yep.
Yeah, but it depends who gets the aux cable. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
True.
It's usually
Go ahead.
That's why I have Bluetooth.
Yeah.
But
Are you guys listening to anything these days that somebody might not expect? I know, Luke, you said earlier you listen to some rap.
Oh my god, dude!
Machine Gun
You know
Kelly.
what?
Anything else?
I have a playlist on Spotify under the Calling All Captains account called Luke's Vibe Time.
Okay.
Just give that a listen if you're listening here, and oh boy, there's going to be a trip through multiple music genres that you'd be like, why is a pop punk vocalist listening to all of this? I don't think I have. I like in a playlist of 30 songs, I have 2 pop punk songs. That's it.
We'll have to
All
check
the
that
rest
out.
are like rap, EDM, metalcore, hardcore. You know.
What is your guys' Insta? Like, not the private Instas. I'm
Oh,
gonna
it's
follow you.
It's just first name and then Calling All Captains. So I'm Luke Calling All Captains, and he's Brad Calling All Captains.
All right.
My first name is spelled Luc.
Nice.
yes, I think Sino is trying to follow you.
I will.
So one follower more. But
Yeah, man.
you are from Canada, and when I think about Canada, I think to bands like Simple Plan, Sum 41, Mariana Trench, Hadley, and all the
Propaganda.
other. Yes, I saw they last year. That was nice. But how big is the pop-up music scene really in Canada? Is it as big as I imagined, or is this more less?
It's probably not
Pretty-
as big as you imagine.
Yeah, it's pretty underground. Like the bands you've just listed are the radio bands. Like those are the bands that play on the radio. Those are the ones that have achieved world fame. You know, like those are the ones that will come through a city and they'll play a stadium, right?
Mm-hmm.
Lots like the 99 other pop punk bands don't get out of a bar. You know, like it's kind of like hit or miss. Like if you're not like pop punk bands, that's why pop punk bands here just go to America instead. Like it's like that's like kind of what we did. We toured Canada for so long and we kind of plateaued and then went to America and did a couple cross country tours. And then when we come back, our Canada shows do better. So it's almost like if you do better in America, you're like a better Canadian band. Like people will take you more seriously.
Okay.
Yeah. And then there's also like the Canadian trap, which I like to call it, which is like you have a chance of getting big in Canada and nowhere else. Have you guys ever heard of a band called The Tragically Hip?
Yes.
Oh.
No.
No.
Okay.
But Chris.
Have you guys ever heard of another band called Billy Talent? You know what? You're from Germany. You might.
I see
Yes.
say it twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, Billy Talent's actually bigger in Germany, but in America, they're not doing well. You know, like it's
Really?
yeah, like it's really strange, man. It's super strange. Like it's
They're huge. They're headlining here.
yeah, man. There's stadium rock in Canada too, but they're opening for bands in America.
Crazy.
Yeah, man. That's always in the back of my mind. I'm not trying to manifest that shit here, but yeah, but I think that's one of the roadblocks of being a Canadian band is that like, you know, you have to focus on the rest of the world, man.
Okay,
Yeah.
that sounds
like
like
just if you just get big in Canada, you're playing Vancouver, Toronto, Edmonton, Calgary, and then that's it for the rest of your life. You know,
How big is Seaway in Canada? Because it's my #1 favorite band.
Oh, they're playing venues. You know, like they're not a bar band. You know, like they can they can pull like 300, 400 people to a venue at any given show.
Nice.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Because I think they play very little shows in Germany.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
man.
do. Like the 3 cities, you know, the like Berlin,
Munich.
Hamburg, Munich, and that's it basically. And then only support opening band mostly.
Yeah.
I always miss them. It's a shame.
That sucks. So do you have a release date for your new record? Or new album?
We've had many.
Yeah.
Well, there's a whole bunch of complications with all of the things that we were trying to set up for the record. So
Yeah.
we had to take a couple steps back in progress. So, but we also have some other exciting stuff in the works that we can't release yet. But all of these things are like delaying everything. We're waiting on other people and other parties to greenlight stuff. So between that and COVID, it's we were trying to release a song in January or February this year, and we tried to release one last year before the year was done. So as soon as we get the green light, we're gonna drop it so fast. But we're hoping hopefully within the next 2 months. Thinking that.
Right.
Hey, Luke, you think in 2 months we could probably get one out?
Yeah, you know what? That sounds reasonable.
All
We're
right.
waiting for it.
We are
Man.
waiting for it.
Yeah, I'm excited.
We have our drummer always played. I think Sino. What song was it? The one song of you guys
Chasing
over
Ghosts.
and over. Yeah. We need
Ghosts.
more. We need another input from you.
I told
to give-
him the other day because he actually showed you guys to me and Elsa a while ago, and while we were driving from one of our 2 to 4 hour drives, and we were listening to you guys, and I told him just yesterday, dude, we're calling out captains in our podcast, and he was like, no fucking way. So yeah,
That's awesome.
he's saying hi. I think he's excited too for the new stuff coming.
Oh, we hope
So yeah,
everybody is.
yeah, hopefully everyone is. Yeah, I don't think anyone is as excited as we are, though. We've been waiting
I bet.
so long to get these songs out. It's killing us holding on to everything.
I bet it is.
All right. Well, I think we can bring this to a close. Is there anything else that you guys want to say? Make sure everybody knows before
Also, I got a question.
You got one more?
I see. I will do a question. One question to us. Which is your favorite German band? When you know.
Yo, they're. Oh fuck! I can't remember their name. Hold on 1 sec.
Rammstein?
No, that's so generic. Die Toten Hosen.
Ach, die Toten Hosen.
That's the good old punk.
Yeah, like that's classic punk. That's
Yeah.
I like that band. That's a good band.
Oh.
I'd say it's the 90s bar band, you go to
Yeah.
and everyone's like cheering and singing along to it, and yeah, that's the Toten Hosen.
Hey, here comes Alex.
Yeah, right.
That's the one.
I've heard him live once, and it's funny because I stood at the Bacardi stand all the time, and I just drank Bacardi all the concert.
Hell yeah.
So you don't remember them?
A little bit.
They'll come back one day, fellas.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Brad?
Brad, do you have a favorite German band?
To be honest,
Are you about to get exposed?
Yeah, I am actually. I don't think I know any German bands. To be honest, it's you guys now.
Whoa, finally.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Rammstein is known in America. maybe.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, yeah. I
Biggest.
mean, I could pick that one, but that's too easy.
Vizo, maybe there was 20 years ago in
Yeah.
Fat Records.
I knew about Vizo before I moved over here, but that's
Oh,
like the
shit.
only German band I knew.
Eskimo Cowboys from Germany.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hyper,
You like them?
Yeah, I was about to say, like, I was just looking up some like German metal bands, and I was like, yo, I actually know Eskimo Cowboy.
They're pretty cool. Elsa loves them, I think.
Yeah, I love them. And I think I just had a conversation with a random girl on Instagram about them today, and I said like they're one of a few bands who can just swap out the lead singer and keep their whole fans.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, man, that shit's hard to do.
Secret.
We lost a lot of people in the singer switch.
Yeah,
So
really?
maybe you should think about why.
It's because I'm not as cute. I'm not as cute. That's what happened.
No man, you're cute.
I didn't have long hair.
Or I'm drunk, I don't know.
Nice.
Yes, that's
All right.
my question.
Phil, any more questions?
Oh,
Yeah,
your
what's something that McDonald's has in Germany that's like probably exclusive to Germany?
Oh, I think there is a bratwurst burger thing that
It's
they
up,
have.
but it's just a breakfast,
Like a
it's a breakfast
sausage.
menu.
So, like
That's
3 or 4
interesting.
sausages. They're having once a year they're having this Oktoberfest special week thing, or month, I don't know. And I think you can get a burger with 4 little sausages on it.
What?
Yeah,
Do they also serve beer at the McDonald's?
no.
Unfortunately, not.
One day. One day.
One day.
Do you guys have lots of Mexican food, like tacos
No,
in Germany?
no.
No, unfortunately not.
I
You
think,
can
but
get
Dude.
the ingredients in the grocery store and make it yourself, but I don't know if I've ever seen a Mexican restaurant here. I know there's a few. That's a
Yeah,
lot.
well,
There's a few like chains that I know of.
There
but
is-
It's not like the States.
There is one here in Karlsruhe. It's called Juan of the Dead.
Oh, that sounds cool.
I think
But that's
But
pretty good. But that's
Not
the
as
only
much
one
as
that I know.
not as much as Asian food, for example, or
Turkish.
Oh, yeah.
Turkish, yeah.
Turkish
Um,
doner.
Yeah, we have a lot of kebab things.
Yeah,
here.
kebab.
One thing I will announce on the stream here is we got new hoodies.
I've
Nice.
seen it. And
Yeah, we got
what's
new
with the-
hoodies coming out. Oh
what's
yeah,
with the
and the
cat?
hats.
Nice.
We only have 10 of these
Cool.
puppies left.
And what's the
10.
promotion code for 10% for our listeners?
They're not touring right now.
Was it these are actually done by our label, so they don't have any promo codes. And these ones, we're probably gonna do a sale for them, a little bit down the road, but they're limited items, so we're gonna see how well they do right off.
Fair.
what are
And
you
you know what?
wearing? What size?
This is an XL, but I like all my stuff huge. So like, let's see. Let me.
And
How,
now the room
how
tour.
tall are you?
I'm 5'11", and this
Oh,
is an XL.
I don't know what 5'11
That's
is.
like 180.
Oh, yeah.
Probably 183.
Oh, okay.
180.
This is it.
I'm 176 or
Man,
175.
I wish I knew my height in whatever that is, centimeters.
Yeah, it is.
Sino, this should be 5'10", 5'9", I think.
All right.
Also the size. But I'm not sure.
180.
100. All right.
I'm 180.
Nice.
180. Sweet.
Yeah.
Now, I actually thought about getting one of these hoodies or the hat.
We ship to
Yeah.
Germany. It's just got international shipping.
Sweet.
I think we should
Do
speak
it.
about this in the after the podcast. So Chris tried
Yeah.
to come in.
Well, they
and-
release
and-
tomorrow, so they go out tomorrow. So you got to make sure to
All right.
I will.
Order quickly.
check back tomorrow.
All right.
Give
Anything
no-
else?
Also, I just want to say, give some context where our listeners can find you. Also, where should they follow you, or where should they support you between the shop?
Yeah, I'll say the biggest place you can probably help us out is go to our Instagram and hit the link in the bio, because we have links to all of our social medias, which include YouTube, Twitch, Discord, Twitter,
TikTok.
TikTok is on
You don't
there.
sound
Yeah,
too
it is.
convinced, but
Yeah, TikTok is on there.
If you want to know
that's
why lead
basically-
singers always come late,
Yeah,
check out the band's TikTok.
yeah, that one's a real funny one. But yeah, just if you want to support us, do it. We're not here to force you, but we're here to help you enhance your life with some punk rock.
hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right.
The middle finger's out.
Germany, if you want calling out captains after the pandemic, having here
Oh.
and touring in Germany.
Yeah.
With
Click
epic
all the
stories.
Help
Yeah,
me
man.
out.
Let's do it up.
All right.
Okay.
We're waiting
Cool.
for
Yeah,
the
that's
for the record. We're looking forward to it. And thanks a lot
Amen.
for
And we will
for coming
share
on the
it.
show.
We will share it on Instagram and all
For
our
sure.
platforms.
For sure.
Oh, absolutely. Bless up.
Thank you, boys.
All
Yeah,
right.
danke.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Bitte.
Please, please.
De nada.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Okay, I'll let you guys
Thank you
go.
guys so much.
Alrighty. Thank you
Thanks
so
for
much.
having us.
It's been a blast.
Okay.
Thanks for having
Good luck.
us, guys.
Good.
Peace.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Ciao.
Es gibt so vieles, das wir teilen.